this is the Ninja Movies, and today I'm going to be doing a different style of video, one I hope you guys can all enjoy. It is no secret that I am a huge fan of The Simpsons on this channel, and today I wanted to take a little look at something in my collection that's a bit more rare, a bit more obscure, and that is the Simpsons TCG game, which was released back in 2003 by Wizards of the West Coast. Everything you see in this video is of my own personal collection. Back in 2020, at the height of the TCG craze, I purchased a sealed booster box of this, as well as its 4 structure decks that released back in 2003. Everything you see in this I purchased for the price of $700 AUD. I'll be talking about modern day price guides a little later in the video, but I definitely would not be able to flip this and make my money back, but it was an experience. I do have first-hand experience in playing the game itself, and I just wanted to talk about the oddity that it is, why it never really took off, how it plays, and my thoughts on the game as a whole. Be going over the rules of how to play the game, because I'm sure a lot of people out there don't know how to play the game itself, and you sort of need the backstory of how to play it so you can see why it failed. So I'm just going to go by turn. It's the exact rules of how to play the game, so if you want to skip past this segment, I don't blame you, but for some context, here it goes. We have turn by turn. Play a scene, if that player does not already have one in play. You then can play a character up to 2 in any play scene. You can declare an eligible scene completed or trashed. Play an action card, if the action is legal at that time. At the end of this turn, the player can discard as many cards as they like. Then they can draw up to 6 cards. Cards can only be played on your turn except for certain action cards. Scenes are either completed or trashed depending on the characters placed on them. If the character has at least one trait with the scene, it will count towards it being completed. Characters without a matching trait count towards trashing the scene. Once the number of characters needed to complete or trash the scene are present, any player can declare it so, sort of like Snap. When a scene is completed, the player who played the scene and any other players with characters involved to complete the scene earn a point. A bonus point is also available if the scene was completed. This point is awarded to the player with the most characters involved in completing said scene. No bonus point is awarded if there was a tie or if the scene was trashed. To play out the way, let's talk about making your own deck, shall we? So pretty much the rules for your own deck are decks must contain at least 40 cards, decks must contain at least 9 scene cards, decks cannot contain more than 3 copies of any of the same cards, only action cards belonging to the character that you've chosen are allowed, and in the collecting aspect, like I said, this was defunct after its initial print run, so there's only 156 cards in total. They had the 4 themed decks of Lisa, Mr. Burns, Homer, and Bart, and you could also buy the said booster packs that come in 11 cards apiece. The deck building out the way, let's talk about modern day pricing, shall we? As I said at the start of the video, I purchased everything here for $700 AUD at the height of the TCG craze in 2020. That's not a smart move for anyone, but I just wanted to tell you how much you could really buy sealed product for today. Starting with the cheapest booster pack I found on eBay, and that was $8.99 US plus shipping. The cheapest sealed deck I found was $15 US plus shipping, and that was the Mr. Burns themed deck. And this is the one that hurts the most, and that is the cheapest sealed box of 36 packs is $124.95 US plus shipping. A long fall from grace from the $600 that I paid for a sealed box of this back in 2020. Individual cards range from anything from 99 cents, or I did find a complete set at the price of $259 US, and you might as well, unless you're a fan like me and you just can't help yourself and open the booster packs because it's some sort of childhood thing, you might as well just get the complete set for $259, because the realism of you pulling everything after only 2 boxes is just not going to happen. You might miss a few cards here or there, but it just depends on how you want to do the collecting yourself. Think about this set. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of The Simpsons. I think all the art is crazy good. It's really nice seeing somebody put so much effort into a Simpsons TCG game, and I commend them for trying. But the real issue simply comes from the fact that it is advertised as 2-player, 2 to 5, but realistically, if you played this firsthand, you would know that you need at least more than 3 players, and I don't know any other TCG game where you need at least 3 friends to, get into a game. All you'll end up doing is not going for the points yourself and just trashing scenes. The fact that it never got any more support sort of hurts its collectability, and I do not regret my purchase whatsoever. It was a great experience, but I'm just saying, for collectors out there, if you think this is going to be the next TCG for you to make you money, it never will. It will only go down in value, but at the price that it's at nowadays, I mean, it's worth a go if you are a huge Simpson fan like me. And with that said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this different style of video. Let me know how you did. Leave it a like, add it to your favorites, and subscribe.